divine present moment to you, to you. Okay, 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 okay. I literally fought who I thought I wanted to be. I clearly made in the mirror what I wanted to see. Thought I got everything I wanted actually. Moving with a passion, show my father what he couldn't see. I couldn't see the forest from the trees, I had to leave. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't believe that this is all that life could be. Took a breath, took a step, now I'm growing the team. Now I see that the divine present moment is better than I thought that it could be. I thought I was fighting life, really I was fighting me. I was going hard, fighting to be somebody. Now I'm happy being nobody. Now I see, yeah, now I see.
What's going on, people? Namaste to you and yours. Oh, I gotta pause this audio. There we go. How we doing, fellow waves, fellow souls out there? Look at this. We got Lisa Jude and Linz from the Bayshore, tuning in from the Bayshore before the game starts here. What is going on? What is going on? I hope it's a good game tonight. I know they're playing Guelph. Guelph's not the best team, but hoping for Ethan Kendry to have another amazing game like he had the game before. So have to let me know how he does. What's going on out there? Owen Shores back at it again, baby. What's happening in your life, man? What's going on? Jason Glover, namaste. What's going on? How's it hanging, fellas? What's going on? What are you doing tonight? What are you up to? What are you watching? How was your day? I want to hear it all. I love mixing and mingling with the people. Oh, and you've been on the stream a bunch of times before, right? Jason Glover, I don't think he has. Where are you tuning in from, Owen? I think I asked you this and I forget. It's hard to keep track of everybody. Had the day off, did laundry, not much else. Wow. There you go. Day off, laundry. What else? If you did not much else, what? Clearly you did something. What else? Just watching TV, chilling on your phone. What else did you get up to, brother, on the day off? Laundry's always good. Everybody knows that laundry day off day. I know about that. Who we got out here? Oh, nope. That's just still Lisa Jude out here. Still Lisa Jude out here. I know Frank the Tank's going to be coming in at some point. He's been busy with family that was staying at his house, and they stayed a long time because then they got sick. So he's been nursing people back to health, and he said that meditation's really what helped him get through that time of not being super stressed out. Mal, what's going on, Mal? M-A-L, namaste, Mal. Where are you tuning in from? You're sending lots of likes. I appreciate that. Where are you tuning in from, Mal? What brings you to the stream? Oh, yeah, right, Oklahoma. Oh, yeah, Oklahoma. But yesterday was my first time, but I've always seen you go on live. Right, Oklahoma, brother. Right. Well, I appreciate you seeing me always going live and finally deciding to tune in. I guess the persistence paid off for you, eh? You're like, this guy's actually doing this every damn night. Well, we had a hell of a hockey fight last night, so we're going to have to get into that at some point. Maybe we're going to get a couple more people in here. Destin, namaste, brother. How's it hanging? How's it hanging, brother? What's going on in your world, man? We haven't chatted in a little while. How have the holidays been? How have they been, pal? Looks like it's going to be a slow night tonight. We got Lisa and Linz over at the Bayshore watching the game, so they won't be as involved, but they're kind enough to join a little bit here. Oh, we got Marky Mark at the Funky Zone. What's going on? Namaste. Namaste. Oh, and who are you talking about? Destin joined. He's a guy that's been on the stream before. Destin here. Is that who you're saying? Who was it? Oh, you're saying about the fight. Sorry, the fight. Revo versus Mathieu Olivier. And Mathieu put Revo down for the first time in his career. And if anybody thought Mathieu Olivier wasn't the heavyweight tough guy in the NHL, they sure as hell do now. Because that was the first time Revo's ever been put down like that. Yeah. I got you, brother. I got you. Destin, it's going. Finally settled back into routine. Wow. Took a whole week after the holidays to get back in the routine. Damn, dude. After New Year's. Well, nice to hear that. How was it otherwise? How was it the time with the family? Olivier is the GOAT. There's no doubt about that. There's just no doubt about that. It can't be denied. Can't be denied. Who joined out there in Kickland? Who's the new joiner in Kickland besides Lisa? Who's out there? Next to Kirky. Kirky. Who's Kirky? I'm missing that fighter name. Owen says, I was shocked when Reeves joined San Jose. It kind of seems like treason. Amen. I know, with his history, right? And you're the Sharks fan. You're the Sharks fan, so that makes sense that that's weird for you. I get you, pal. Oh, you're calling me Kirky? Did you mean to say Curdy or something? Where are you getting Kirky from, brother? Nobody ever calls me that one. That was a swing and a miss. Stephen Maxwell. Namaste, brother. 1973. There he is. Oh, you just missed a typo? Curdy, I got you, brother. Well, that ain't true either, because I definitely wasn't near the toughest when I was playing. No doubt about it, brother. I was not in that tough guy category. Autocorrect, I got you, brother. Steven, hope you're doing well over there in Fife. Namaste, family member. Hope you're doing okay after the recent changes in your life. Obviously, Lucic came and joined your team over there. I'm sure you have some thoughts on that. Maybe we should check in on how... I know he's had a couple assists in his first game. Sober on ice. There's Heitzey. Kyle Heitzner. Brother, how's the foot? How's the... I think it was your foot or your ankle or something, Heitzey? How you doing, brother? How's the body holding up? How's it healing? I watched the highlights. Fun to see. Amen. Doing okay, thanks. Kay says hi. Namaste, Kay. How's it going on? How's it hanging over there in Scotland? Must be late for you guys. What are you guys doing up on a Wednesday night? What keeps you up at night? Or what's got you up at night? Oh, Milan Lucic was the first couple goals. 6 games, 4 points, -4. Okay, at least he's getting some points now. Love to see that. Nobody's tried to fight him yet. Destin says, how are you doing, brother? Always checking in on us. Excuse me, how are you? How are you, he says. Well, now that you ask, brother, I'm definitely going through more shedding of my identification with the body, with myself, with life, on this spiritual path. There's no doubt about it. It's the paradox of, I know the path is already over and I've never been on a path, but also the ego still needs to be deconditioned and the programming needs to go away. And I mean, I definitely push myself. So I am starving myself of, let's say, things I usually do, like always reading or always listening to something. I'm sitting in silence a lot, and it's bringing up a lot of fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. So I'm just watching that and sitting in it, just like I talk to you guys about in meditation. Everything I tell you guys is something I've already lived. So just walking that path, brother. Thank you for asking. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. There's no doubt about it. Freedom, liberation, even though it is right here, right now, it's very, very, very difficult to see through the conditioning sometimes that we have. And it is as difficult as you make it. So really, as I speak this into existence, it's not difficult. It's just part of the path. And I know that I'm on the exact perfect point, and it just keeps unfolding. It's very beautiful. So thanks very much, man. I appreciate it. Heitzey says, namaste, brother. It's getting better. I'm back in the FPHL. Going to finish the year here. Okay, brother. Well, sucks you got hurt, pal, but wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. So sounds like you had a good time with the boys there and met Mike McKee and some of the fellows. But back to the Bobcats, your home, the place where you're loved. So you got to love that, pal. Fife rooted at the bottom of the league, hoping for improvement soon. Well, hopefully Lucic keeps bringing more goals. And David Booth. But yeah, definitely a team that's having a tough time. This Anton Carlson guy looks like you picked up as a decent player. But tough sledding out there. Tough sledding. For the Fife Flyers. Anybody out there? Oh, we got some people out here in TikTok land. What's going on, people? Hudson Mallet and Cheesy. Where are you guys tuning in from? What brings you guys to the stream? Would love to know. Would love to know. The Power of Grams. What's going on? Where are you tuning in from? What's going on, people? Booth makes a huge difference when fit. Amen. When he's healthy, he's got 5 goals in 4 games. He's doing real well. Oh, and Sharks play the Kings tonight. That's going to be a good one. Yeah, they're back to back. Back to back. Kings seem just like a boring team to me. I never have any interest in the Kings. I don't know why. Thoughts on the Winter Classic being in Utah next year? I think that's genius, right? I'm sure you'll be at the game. Hey, Destin, I think that's genius to grow the game. Continue to grow it in a new market. Be a cold climate. I think that's awesome. From what I understand, it'll be cold enough, right? Slavoy 0408. Not hello from Northern Ontario. What's going on up there in Northern Ontario? How's it hanging up there? You guys just getting pounded by snow, or is it warm and melting now like it is here? Would love to know. Marky Mark says, I'm at work watching it right now at the hospital. Oh, wow. You're at the hospital working, watching the stream. Appreciate you, Marky Mark. Thanks for tuning in. How you been lately? What's going on in your life? How's the recovery been? You feeling back to normal? Because I played for the Sharks. Yeah, well, not even that. Even before that, I wasn't with the Sharks long enough to have too much of an opinion on, like, who's good and not, you know? I don't know. I've just never been really interested in the Kings. Besides, since they had their big, tough, heavy teams that won. Not much since then. Absolutely. Come on out. Hey, maybe it would bring me out there. Who knows? Long ways away, so I have no idea how that'll roll out, but definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Okay, we're getting some people in the TikTok a little bit here. Slavoy, Hudson Mallet. Hudson Mallet, where are you tuning in from, pal? Let us know. Destin, Steven, Owen, Marco81, welcome in. What's going on? I was going to wait till a little bit in just to see how we get a couple people, and then we can go through the Olivier fight. Because, man, that was pretty awesome. It was kind of nice to see Olivier really drill someone and really put a stamp on that he is undoubtedly the toughest guy in the league. Not even close. Destin says he'll work something out. All right. Pod as well. All right, pal. Well, we'll see if it shakes out. Hudson, any interest to do what Prust is doing playing senior hockey? Hudson, none at all, pal. Not a single sniff of interest. I can't shoot the puck. My wrist pretty mangled from playing. It's in a great place now where it doesn't cause me any pain day to day. But to shoot the puck, there's just no strength in it. Don't want to fire it up. And I can stick handle and mess around in charity games, but nothing like that, you know? So it wasn't just me getting old and retiring like Brandon Prust. It was not being able to play anymore. Slavoy up there in Northern Ontario. Last week we had a snowstorm and we got 81 centimeters of snow. Holy frick, man. I mean, hey, you didn't get that much more than us here. I think we had like 75, 82. So sounds like we're getting the same lake effect snow down here in Snow and Sound where I live. Where do you live, sir? If you are a sir. Oh, looks like Steven and Kay went to bed. Oh, no, they're still there. Why are you guys up so late, Steven and Kay? You were at a hockey game or something? What's going on? Let's see what we've got. Just one in X. It's that time of the year. Oh, Timmins. Wow, okay. He's up there. He is up there. I just sent Carter George a message because he's got traded. Going to closer to his part of the woods up there in Sault Ste. Marie. See where that is. Timmins. Just to make sure. I know it's up there. Oh, yeah. Way up there. Wow. Crazy. That is up there. I love looking at maps. So interesting. So he's going up to Sault Ste. Marie, and he's from Thunder Bay, I think. So where's... Thunder Bay's way up there. Okay, so yeah, he's closer to home. Man, what a hike every time he comes down from Thunder Bay to Owen Sound. He's going to be up in Sault Ste. Marie, way closer to home. The Kings had a nasty goal against San Jose the other day. Oh, really? What was that? Who scored that one? Meanwhile, it's 60s to 70s in Oklahoma. That's insane. Yeah, you are living in a beautiful part of the world there, Owen. There's no doubt about it. Flat and warm. Corey Katina, namaste, brother. How's it hanging? What's going on in your world, pal? Are you cooking tonight? Working tonight? Steven, just been watching some TV. Lost track of time. Off to bed now. We'll hopefully catch up soon. Namaste, Steven. Hope you enjoyed the TV. Hope you enjoyed the nice quiet night. Have a good one. Oh, Adrian Kempe. Yep, he's definitely the one that would rip a nice goal for the Kings. Yep. Thunder Bay is like 9 hours north of me. Yeah, wow. Thunder Bay's way up there. Wow. Must be like a different world up there. I feel like Owen Sound is quiet as hell. And, you know, I'm from Newmarket area. So it is. But Thunder Bay is like way up there. Way up there. What's the population of that place? Thunder Bay. Oh, wow. 100,000 people. It's way more people than I thought would be there. Thought it was going to be smaller than that. Kind of like, you know, when it's like, and you can tell a place is small, like what kind of restaurants are in Thunder Bay? You got a Mike's Roadhouse, Montana's, Kelsey's, Tina's. Definitely a different kind of place. Noodle Bowl restaurant. Oh, they got a Vietnamese place up there. Got a little bit of everything, I guess. All right. Working tonight, waiting for the riots to begin. Oh boy, because of that shooting for the ICE shooting a woman. That was, I mean, you got to think it's just trying to incite stuff, right? So that's what you think's going to happen, Corey? You think there's going to be riots tonight from just like who do you think both sides would be fired up about that? Shit's about to hit the fan. Yeah, do you think it's both sides fired up? Like the right and the left fired up about ICE killing someone? Because the right can't be fired up about that either, or the right can't be happy about that either. So do you think it's going to be both sides uniting in riots? Because that would be kind of good, but obviously it's so polarized. But how could they turn this into like a, whoa, what's going on? Frank the Tank, namaste, brother. Love to see Frank the Tank here. Gonna have a great hangout tonight with Frank the Tank. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Frank, I think it's freaking awesome, man. Your meditation journey helped you so much with your family being over. That's huge. They are claiming she tried to hit the guy. I mean, it's just like this one's not up for debate. It's just crazy that it's so obvious she was just trying to flee. Like, get out of the guy was not in any danger. He just stepped out of the way. She wasn't going fast. She didn't floor it. She was already gone and past him when he started firing shots. There's clearly no zero opinion that she was trying to run anybody over. That is just, I'm going to watch it again just to like really anchor in on that, but there's just no way. Is there even in Kick to even watch this? We can do it. There's just no way. Like, clearly, like she's not going that fast. He's out of the way of the car and then fires the first shot. These ICE agents are just lost, man. So if they're going to say that, hey, then maybe that's what's going to happen. Governor threatened to activate the guard against the feds. The video was really hard to watch. Amen. At least it wasn't like the goriest thing in the world. But governor threatened to activate the guard against the feds. That would be some kind of civil war, I guess, right there, technically. Probably the best thing is just to not do anything, right? Don't do anything. Just say this is crazy and just don't do anything. Just back right off. That's got to be the best thing. To call in the National Guard, like, what's that going to do, right? It's not like this is happening like all the time. It's just happened one time. Let's just not go crazy. Let's just Just do the judicial process. Why do we can't turn this into that? Oh, it's going in. Nolan Thompson, namaste, brother. Cam Graver, what's going on, fellas? But yeah, Owen, you just said it. This is like some dystopian society book, but nope, it's reality. Yeah. I watched a video the other day, folks, that if you're going to look at it from that point of view, we've been living in a dystopian society for quite a while now. I mean, you look at movies and they show like, you know, like I remember watching Elysium with Matt Damon, and it's like this utopian thing. It's like we're living in that now. Like we've always been in a dystopian society. Really? I think we've been in a pretty much a dystopian society in modern culture since like the formation of the church in a way, because so much suffering has come from that. And I think it's, you know, from what I've looked into, the Roman Church, Emperor Constantine, Council of Nicaea, taking Jesus' teachings, twisting them to take control of people. Nolan, what the hell's up, man? I'm fired up today. Great meditation station, baby. Let's go. 5-day streak. Let's go, Nolan. Let's go, brother. Congratulations. Oh, I got to get the thing going. What am I doing? I got to get the thing going. Meditation streak. 5 days, baby. Let's go. Fucking A, pal. Hey, if that's more of what we need than anything in this world right now. We don't need to call in the National Guard. We got to sit down and frickin' meditate. That's what we got to do. Calling in the National Guard isn't going to do shit. I don't think it's just going to walk around and shoot somebody next, but anyway, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. V for Vendetta was a good one too. One of my top 3 movies all time says. I haven't even heard of that. What is V for Vendetta? I've never even heard of that. It's one of your top movies. What is this about? Dystopian thriller film directed by James McTeague in his directorial debut. Oh, it's DC Vertigo Comics series graphic novel animated by Alan Moore. Who's the bad guy or the hero? Set where a fascist totalitarian regime has subjugated the UK, centers on V, portrayed by Hugo Weaving, an anarchist and mass freedom fighter who attempts to ignite a revolution through elaborate terrorist acts. Gotcha. Did well at the box office. Hell yeah, my buddy got a nice tattoo of that movie. Oh, look at you guys circling up in here, getting on the same page. Frank says, this is scary times. People need to stop looking for all the differences and start seeing we're all the same. I am you, you are me. Amen, brother. Amen, Frank the Tank. Corey says, you need to wrap up the stream tonight and watch it. Wrap up the stream tonight and watch the riots? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, sorry. The movie, V for Vendetta. You think it's that good, eh? Cam Graver, big beer league game in a few hours. Let's go, baby. Big beer league game. Hey, better than being out there yelling at people and doing stupid shit. Better to go play some hockey and have some big beer league game. Frickin' A, get after it. The hero is the guy with the mask. Okay, so it's not really, it's based on DC Vertigo comics, but it's not really like a superhero or anything. Just this guy who's just, you know, fighting the good fight. Hell yeah, I'll drink one for you. Oh yeah, you guys are getting it going in the group chat tonight. I love it. Still got some people hanging out on TikTok land. Slavoy, still Hudson Mallet, and 575 Desert Stacking. That's an interesting handle. Where are you tuning in from? Desert Stacking. What's your name? Natalie Portman. I mean, hey, I don't think I have much more respect for many actresses than Natalie Portman. She is dialed. I love what she stands for, what she's all about. She is not just a celebrity. She stands for shit she cares about. Kay joined. So Frank, tell us a bit more about your time with the family, man. Like, what was grinding your gears? What was the hardest thing to stay present with? And I know the meditation helped you so much, but what did you find the most difficult in this time? What can you learn from your time with your family there? Because like Ram Dass says, he's got this great famous quote in the spiritual communities. You think you're enlightened? Go spend the holidays with your family. So you just did that, and you said that meditating Every day helped you so much. So would love to hear more about that, pal. Corey Katina might be Natalie Portman's best role. Okay, well, that might get me to watch the movie right there. That might get me to watch the movie. Mm-hmm. She is awesome. Awesome. But yeah, that's just, when you have Trump, it's just literally saying that this woman tried to run over the guy and saying this is fine. It's just it's obviously not true. So that's what's going to cause a lot of problems. Was very disorderly driving the car, obstructing, resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer. Seems to have shot her in self-defense. Huh. Based on the clip, it's hard to believe he is alive but is now recovering? What? He didn't even get touched by that car. What? Wow. Dude, it's so wild. It's so wild that he's allowed to just completely lie. Like, no part of this guy got frickin' ran over at all. Man. Sunny Devil, namaste. How's it hanging, fellow soul, fellow wave? What's going on with you? Owen says, also, they tried to say the car was stuck in the snow. The road was clear. Oh, my God. So crazy. This world is just a comedy show, people. That's why we got to meditate. Then you can just sit back and watch a show and just watch everybody's egos freak the hell out. Like, it's just people lost in the solution. Helicopters in the air. So it looks like the National Guard is being called in. Minneapolis police is now pulled out as hundreds of protesters. Like, why are people attacking police? Police aren't ICE. Why would they do that? Hello, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing great, Sunny Devil. Doing great over here. So glad to hear you're doing well. Frank the Tank, yeah, man, it was probably the first year I didn't argue with anyone, LOL. I felt so much more calm and patient. I was clicking back. It wasn't too bad outside of my extended family. Man, that's amazing to hear. That is so amazing to hear. You didn't argue once? I can't even say, I don't even think I could do that right now, brother. There's always something, little thing. That's so impressive, man. Wow. You just kept clicking back and just more calm. Let them speak. Let them speak. It doesn't matter what they say. Everything's fine. It doesn't matter what they say. Everything's fine. Nothing's out of place. It's amazing. Kevin Fife, namaste, brother. How's it hanging? What's going on? Frank says, I'm very fortunate my brother and I have a great relationship with and same with my parents, but my cousins and other relatives will definitely test my patience. Okay, well, that's huge that your closest relatives you get along with. My goodness, that's very fortunate. But good, I'm glad you have those cousins, brother. I'm glad you have those cousins to test the patience. Yes, I love it. I love it. Owen says, I think a similar country has a bad reputation of just following orders, but I won't even say it. I think a similar country has a bad reputation of just following orders, but I won't even say it. Are you saying Canada? Is that what you're talking about? Corey Tina, road was not clear. I work near there, and that side of the street is icy and snow. Literally drove it yesterday. So what are you saying, Corey? Are you saying, wait, so... Also, they tried to say the car was stuck in the road, stuck in snow, the road was clear. And you're saying road was not clear. I work near there, and the side street is icy and snowy. Literally drove it yesterday. Fair enough, but they definitely weren't stuck in the snow. There's no doubt about that. That's not even an argument. Okay, quick. I've just moved it along. Exactly what you said. Just let them do their thing and just keep moving along. Amen, brother. Amen. Just let them do their thing. Namaste. There's some yin energy in the chat. There's Sarah. What's going on, Sarah? How's it hanging with you? How's your day going? Nuremberg. That's what I meant. Oh, Nuremberg. Gotcha. Gotcha, brother. Heard the Utah Mammoth is hosting next year's Winter Classic versus the Avalanche. Yeah. They get to watch Nathan MacKinnon burn them burn them all outside. But it'd be great for the game. Gotta love that. Man, it's a crazy, crazy, crazy time. So wild. The world is so interesting. It's such an interesting place. What a time to be alive. Why do they talk about this shooting like we don't have all of video to watch and see for ourselves? They just think we're so dumb. I know, Frank. It's almost like they want people to just figure it out. Like, why? Oh man, why can't we just get on the same page? I don't give a shit if you think Jesus is the only way. Just like think that for yourself and let's like work together. It's clearly the problem is up. The problem has never been across at blue versus red or religion versus spirituality, whatever you want to fucking call it. Religion versus atheism. It's never been that. It's always about looking up. It's about the people up don't want us to realize this. It's so obvious. But who am I to say? Because when I didn't know, right? When I was younger, when I went to Iowa, what did I go there at 21? I didn't give a shit about anything. I just wanted to play hockey. And then I started to slowly start to see that like, whoa, like there's a lot of people that only think Jesus is the way and they think I'm going to hell. And like, whoa, like why does everybody just hate certain people because of their beliefs? Like, why do people not like LGBTQ folks? Like, it was just like, I just didn't get it. You know? It didn't make any sense. And then I started to learn. I started to have humanizing experiences. And I was like, wow. Because I was just in a bubble of like, you treat people nicely and you care about people and that was it. And that's all that happened in the world. But no. Way more going on. Emil Pep, welcome in. I don't think I've seen you around here before in the stream. Emil Pep. How's it going, Emil? Love to have you here. Sarah says, bad morning yesterday. Great rest of the day for the most part while navigating the sitch. Then today was aftermath recovery of pushing to complete my day despite the morning before. Now it's better. Well, I'm glad to hear it's better, Sarah. Owen says, we only have a limited time on this planet. 70, 80 years is not that long once you think about it. I just don't understand why we have to spend that time being hateful. Amen. Amen. Okay, quick. Exactly, brother. Like, we can't all agree when something is right or wrong. It's all about just going along with the narrative of your political party. It's so sad. I know. Like, even before I was aware of all this political stuff, I was still just like trying to live peacefully. But then afterwards, I went through it and I got really sucked into like left-wing extremism. But growing through that and the growing pains of that, and then coming back to oneness and love and peace, and not hating the other side, just seeing them as lost, just like I was lost. Never judging. That's just where they are. If people know better, they do better. If people know better, they do better. When I knew better, I did better. When I didn't know better, I didn't. Sarah says, I'm so energetically sensitive, so even though I'm creating better boundaries, my body reacted yesterday AM to the guys drinking from being bonded. It took me out hard after opening myself up to a call. Gotcha. Positives. Completed another song. Gave my teen client a great gift he loved. Had a producing session. Had a rehearsal just for planning. Sounds like you're just taking action in the face of this adversity, Sarah. That's beautiful. It's the only way things move. You got to take action. Let's go. Okay, we got Jansen, or Gene's son. Is that your name? Gene's son? Saying Habs winning it all. Hey, I wouldn't hate that. I would have no problem with the Habs winning it all. Sounds way better than the Avalanche winning. That'd be awesome. Let's go. I would love that.
In the hospital.
Oh, I remember that, The Adjustment Bureau. That was a good movie. I like that movie. Shin that one to my shelf. Watch that little thing later. Okay, quick, because people see what they want to see and then comment. The problem is when those are proven false, it turns people against that side completely. Owen says, I would kill to see what our president would say if a Canadian team won the cup. He wouldn't like that one. Probably wouldn't hear anything, right? Probably wouldn't even hear a peep. Knuckle up, Barber. What's going on? What's hanging? How about the Devils lost 9-0 last night? That was crazy. 9-0. Corey, I saw 2 different comments saying the woman was parked and that she was in reverse when it happened. Both of those are false, and by being blatantly wrong, it makes it hard to trust the other side as well. I know. All I can try to think about is when I was used to call people just terrible things because they didn't believe what I believe, you know? Regardless if you can say it, sit here and say right or wrong, it doesn't change the fact that they are just literally doing what they think is best. Like, that's where real compassion comes in. You have to just see that these people who are being negative are literally, or, you know, what you're saying being hateful, they literally think they're the good guy in their story. Like, thinking it from that perspective, that these people literally think they're the good guy in the story, regardless of what you think, that's what they think. And then seeing them in that way really changes things. Like, they think they are the rebel resistance in Star Wars. That's what they think. So they're going to act all fired up and righteous, right? If you think that way, it makes sense. So I like to ask them, like, why do you think that? Like, why do you think you're the good guys in this situation? Do you know that in history, everybody thinks they're the good guys? Is there a way that we can talk about this in a way that we both want the same thing? Like, in every conversation, every single one of us wants happiness. We want happiness. If that's the case, why can't we talk about that first? Okay, look, I know that you think you're the good guy and all you want is to just be happy like me. Whatever you call it going to heaven. I call it Christ consciousness here in this present moment. I call it awareness. Whatever you want to call it, it's right here, right now. So you think yours is in the future. I think here's mine. Okay, so we both want happiness in our way. Yeah, okay, so then why do you think you're the good guy in this situation? What in your lived experience says that what the other side is doing is so bad that it takes you to forgetting, for example, someone on the right, to forgetting to love thy neighbor? I guess they would say, I'm loving my God first. It says, love your God and love thy neighbor. It's like, okay. Oh, it gets messy, right? Like today I saw a dude. Everybody see that Buddhist walk for peace those guys are doing from Texas to Washington or whatever? There was somebody out there, of course, I was waiting to see this. Of course, there was somebody out there with a big sign and just like kind of like stopping them and being like, you're spreading the opposite of peace, you know? You're all going to hell because you don't believe in Jesus. And the monk was literally just so trying to just be like, I understand where you're coming from, and I love that. I love that you love your God, and I understand, but like, if you need to respect that we have our own path and you have our own path. And the guy's just like, no, I'm trying to save you from your path. Like, I'm trying to stop you from going to hell. It'd be like me not telling you you're in a burning building. Oh man, you can't really talk to someone like that. Freedom of religion, amen. Corey says, here's my political take. I don't care if you're right, left, center, or your views are because you believe they're the best for you and yours. The people I have an issue with is if your views are just. The people I have an issue with is if your views are just. Like just as in good? Is that what you're talking about? Just? Trying to get a hold of what you're saying there, Corey. Here's my political take. I don't care if you are right, left, center, or your views are because you believe they're best for you and yours. The people I have an issue with is if your views are just. I think I know what you mean. Because someone told you to oppose the other sides. Oh, sorry. The people have an issue with it is your views are just because someone told you to oppose the other side. Amen. 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 Yeah. The monks also got a cute ass dog traveling with them. I know that dog just says love them and followed them all the way from India or something, right? But you imagine like hating on that, but that's how lost that guy is. That's how much in fear that guy was standing outside talking to those monks. He's so in fear of dying himself and going to hell that he's so terrified that he feels like he would wish someone would do that for him, right? That's what he's thinking. He's just thinking, is that something that I would want someone to do for me? Oh, sorry, you got to jump back in here and in the Kickland here. Cody says, what's up, Cody? Namaste. Agreed. We have been in dystopia for a hot minute now. Amen. Trump has never spoken a single truth, especially this time around. Amen. Jaden, good evening, my brother. Namaste, pal. How's it going? Sorry I didn't know you guys were here. 9-0 is wild, but as a Hawks fan, it's feeling all too familiar. Amen. Cody, they absolutely think they're the rebels and they're really the damn Galactic Empire. I know, it's so wild. And they think we're the, That's why you got to meditate and remove yourself from the game to realize that you're not the Galactic Empire, you're not the rebels, you just are awareness. That's freedom from this. That's the only place you can love people from, man. When you're out of the game, you can't be in the game and love people in the game. Sorry, yeah, first message was too long. I got you, brother. Owen says, that's the problem. Both sides hate each other almost like we feel we might have a second civil war. I've been saying that for a while. It's definitely very possible. Very close to civil war, sadly. People can't converse without emotion overtaking their rationale. Love your neighbor, simple. So wild. I grew up with zero religion or spirituality, like none. But I swear, we were the most freaking loving household ever. We didn't give a shit. We thought people were definitely different who believed religious stuff, but it didn't change anything. I was probably the worst out of my family when I talked to this guy on my baseball team who liked listening to classical music. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? He's like, well, it like reminds me of God. And I was like, that's so whack. I was the worst one in my family, but still, we still treated people so well. Like that was the most thing I ever did, you know? Because I didn't know any better. It's just a perfect example. I didn't know any better to respect my buddy's beliefs of listening to classical music because I thought it was boring and dumb. And I just shit on him. I thought he was the weird guy, the bad guy. And when we don't understand something, what do? We fear it, the fear of the unknown, because the unknown's scary. Sarah, love the whole do unto others as you've been done by, but if all you know is pain, then you'll do pain unto your neighbors without being aware of it. Amen, Sarah. That's so true. That's so true. That's a very compassionate take right there. That's exactly right. That's why when Michael Singer, one of my most influential teachers, he said that he was doing maximum security prison work. He'd go in and speak to prisoners and some of the worst serial killers. And one day, the rest of the unit got locked down and only one guy could come, and he was a famous serial killer. And from the way he told the story, I think it was Ted Bundy because it was in Florida. And it was a one-on-one meeting, and the guy said to him, Mickey, you're the only person that's ever understood why I did what I did. He said, I didn't do any of those things out of hate. I did them for love. I murdered those women, raped those women out of love. I didn't know any better. From the youngest I can remember, I was raped by my family. I was tortured. I was beaten. I was abused. I thought that's how you showed love. That's the only time I got attention from my family was when it was pain. So what do you think I did? I did it because it felt good. That's what I thought made me feel good. So that's exactly what Sarah's saying here. But all you know is pain, then you'll do unto your neighbors the pain. That's all the serial killer was doing. The only thing the serial killer was doing was killing those people to feel good. That's just how twisted it could be. Owen says, you know that quote about those who never learned history are doomed to repeat it. Amen. It's the same thing. Sarah says, I think Mastin Kipp talks about that as well. He is a Christian, but then trauma-informed and aware. Frank says, same brother. I went to CCD classes, but never church. A few times my parents brought us, but we didn't click. But we were the same way. We treat everyone well and then with respect. Yeah, man. Owen says to Frank, I think people need to go outside and take walks more. Watching too much news will destroy your brain. Yep. But you got to adapt to the times, right? Like, it is what it is. Yes, we're only supposed to know like 20 other human beings. That's the way our biology is. But we've raced ahead with technology. The amount we've changed in 200 years is astronomical. So we're still like these meat monkey spacesuits that the Christians call the sinner, with all our urges and everything and all our fear. And then we got all this technology, and then we're seeing what's allowing us all to connect right now. Unfortunately, right? The double-edged sword is allowing people to see all the crazy stuff happening in the world, right? That you're not supposed to see. Your brain's not supposed to take that much, and it only creates more fear. And the people know this who are the higher-ups. They definitely know this. It's all been studied of how to control humans. Cheese hits. That's why it's so sad to see a child who is a bully, because you can just tell the home life is bad. Amen, brother. Amen. I got such a clear schooling on bullies when I was a kid. I had this guy in my hockey team. He was like the most popular kid, and he bullied me because I was the guy that would play with the jocks and play the high-end sports, whatever. But I also, like in grade 4, 5, 6, whatever, I'd go play dinosaurs with the guys that like to play dinosaurs. Like, you don't have to play flag football every recess. I wanted to go play dinosaurs and pretend to be a dinosaur, or play Lord of the Rings with sticks, sword fight and stuff. And then these guys would throw rocks at me and all this stuff, and I just couldn't figure out why, And I told my mom, and then my mom contacted that guy's dad, and he was on my hockey team, so we had to sit down before practice and just sat at a table at the local rink and just confronted them, and the kid just broke down crying and said he was sorry, and that was it. He was just like, a kid that felt a lot of pressure, I think, from his dad, who was like a pharmaceutical guy and owned a lot of stuff. His dad ended up buying a hockey team for him to play junior A later on. Sad as that is. But yeah, you confront the bully, and I learned really quick that he was just a hurting guy. Shows when you have good parents, right? You learn things quick. You just see the lessons, but it takes a lot for, the people that have parents that are in trauma. They can't do that. Jesse, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Jaden says, what are your thoughts on that slugfest between Revo and Olivier? First time I seen Revo stun that bad. Yes, I wanted to make sure till we had more people on here, and then we're going to watch that. So I wanted to get some more folks, and then we can jump into that fight. Jaden, as a Christian myself, I have my beliefs, but at the end of the day, it's up to you what you want to believe. It's no one's going to figure that out or change that but you. Amen, Jaden. Sounds like you are a dialed-in Christian. You can have your beliefs, but, right, we're walking our own path, and if somebody wants to walk their way to hell to some Christian's belief, then that's their right. It's not your job to stop that person from doing that, right? Cody, it's crazy. I was literally about to ask that. Okay, Jesse, what's up? Okay, so I'm gonna answer these next more comments here, and then we'll get into that fight. Facts, Owen, I've tried spending way less time on social media lately. Sarah says, yeah, I was raised heavy Catholic, but I'm just spiritual in my essence. Undid a lot to say as you remember. Undid a lot to, as you say, remembering. Undid a lot to, as you say, remembering. Owen Shores, okay, quick. I'm still a firm believer of standing up for what you believe in and spending all your time spreading hateful stuff on social media is just depressing to see. Amen. Adam Waxman, what's going on, man? Where are you tuning in from? Okay, quick. Music and reading books have helped me get away from social media. They're very good. Very good. Silver says, it's because you were different. Hey, bud. Hey, but you were more successful. But, buddy, you got an ego. Oh, we all have an ego, brother. It's just a matter of, do you think the ego is real or not? Because it's just an illusion, brother. Silver in the chat here. What's your point by saying that, brother? Because, of course, to be a human being in a body, you have to have the ego, which is what they would call the sinner, the meat monkey spacesuit, the whatever. It's our awareness of being a meat monkey spacesuit and that we think we're going to die. But the difference is the ego used to be the one running the show of my life, and now it's a sidekick, right? So it's like the ego used to be Batman, and who I thought I was that Batman, but no. Now I'm Batman, the self, and the ego is like Robin. It's like a sidekick that helps out if I need him. Jess, you don't mean to be annoying with Instagram DMs, but I was real hyped when I saw that fight, so I figured I'd send it your way. Amen. No problem, man. No problem. Just, you got to think, I got a lot of people send me those fights, brother. So unless it's something that's way off the beaten path that I may not have seen, I get people sending me these fights all the time. And I'm like, I know people. I see these fights. I pay attention, believe me. So don't feel annoying, brother. I get a lot of them. I also sent it over to him. LO, knew he'd like that one. Oh, yeah. Of course I did. I just think you're acting too tough for the live. Okay, and I need you to maybe be more respectful to us people who haven't played at a high level. What? Are you talking about playing hockey at a high level or like the spiritual path at a high level? And you think I'm being too tough for the live? Oh, how do you think I'm being too tough for the live, fellow soul? I'm curious about that. I'm always worried about how people perceive, but I can't control that. About the kid who wasn't as good. Oh, you're talking about the bully? You're talking about the bully story I shared? No, he was better than me at the time. He was the best player on the team. Is that what you're talking about? Who bullied you? Yeah, no, he was a way better hockey player than me, brother. No, you're making assumptions there. Why are you saying that I was better than him? You said later on. What do you mean I said later on? His dad bought him a team. Yeah, he did. He was still a better hockey player than me at the time. Later, at the time, his dad bought... At the time... brother. At the time his dad bought him the team, he still was a better hockey player than me. How is that mocking the kid? I'm just telling you a fact of what happened. How is saying the kid's dad bought him a hockey team mocking him? That's not mocking at all. I literally said that he was a hurting kid who had a lot of pressure on him, and then he bullied me, and then we confronted him, and then it went away, and we had no more problems. All I said later is that his dad, like I said, I think that goes into the pressure that he had. His dad put a lot of pressure on him, and then his dad bought him the junior A team. That would have been even more pressure. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on that one, pal, because I don't see how you can think that's a straw man argument at all. I don't think that makes sense to me at all. Okay, what do we got here? Tracy Lynn, namaste, welcome in, Tracy. How's it hanging? How's the New Year's? I think we sent a couple messages on Instagram, but how's it going? My first billet mama, everyone. Becca Lynn, New Jersey Devils Marino. How's it hanging, Becca? She says... Oh, slide up and down here. What did she say? Best news all day. Prudential Center is getting a huge renovation from top to bottom. Wow, okay. Also, hi chat, she says. Hey, Becca. Hey. How are you, Corey? Oops, we got an argument. No, we're good. No arguments. Just, there's a communication can be difficult. People hear things differently. It's all good. It's difficult to, Owen says to Frank, it's difficult, I get it, but I believe there's a book out there for everyone, but most of the books they force you to read at school are BS. Oh, because Frank said, love that, I agree. Listen to music, I'm working on reading. I have a hard time focusing and absorbing them. Oh yeah, we haven't done a check-in with that book. I guess you were too busy with your family to get into that book, but you've been meditating anyway, Frank. Yeah, well, I don't think I mocked him, so I guess that's, you think I mocked someone? I think I don't. That's our disagreement, and we can agree to disagree, pal. Okay, so also I was losing my shit when I saw Reeves get dropped like that. I've never thought I'd see the day. Well, I didn't think I'd see the day either, but that's what happens when you actually fight. He was actually throwing punches back, and I feel like Revo was throwing punches back because he's getting older and he wanted to like go out on his shield a little bit, which I didn't expect for him. I didn't expect for Revo to do that. I didn't expect that. User, you played with Lindo and Owen Sound. Any stories with him? Happy to see his story live. But all hockey players are disrespectful people. Well, brother, I think we kind of found out where you're coming from now. You're not coming in with a very loving attitude, are you? Saying that all hockey players are disrespectful people. I think we figured out where you're coming at from that, and that why you're not able to see what just happened between us very clearly. That would be my assessment, but I respect your path, Pat, man. Your lived experience is that all players are disrespectful. I'm sorry that you've had to see that way. I'm sorry you've had to live that experience, because that sounds sad to believe that. Because somebody says false. Patrice Bergeron is perfect in every sense of the word. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a very, very off-base take. Jack-Eye versus Klapika. Give it to us, hockey gods. Oh, God. D-Page. You think... Namaste, D-Page. Welcome in. I don't know if that'll be a great one, but it'll be interesting. Frank said, it was great seeing Olivier fight after that bust with McDermott. I was watching that game with my family and got so amped during the square off, and then they slipped immediately. Yeah, McDermott's been a little Bambi-legged lately. His only good fight was with Kastelic recently. Yeah, Corey, there definitely was no mocking, brother. This guy has a vendetta against hockey players. He thinks we're all disrespectful. Hot take: Sheldon Keefe gonna be gone for the Devils after one season. Last night 9-0. Yeah, Becca, I could have told you that. Sheldon Keefe is just not it, in my opinion. People, not a good hockey coach, in my opinion, in my lived experience. That's some BS, is Owen, about all hockey players being disrespectful. Amen. Amen. Did you get hurt from a hockey player in your past? Guy in the other stream? Yeah, I think he definitely did, Sarah. There's no doubt about it. I think he left. I don't think he's still here. Silver. Pray for that soul. Hope you wish him all the best. Jesse says, I find Reeves slugs away a lot. I don't think he does. He usually only slugs away when he knows the punches are coming back his way, where Olivier throws punches like Alex Gallant, like Brett Gallant, like Tanner Jeannot. He's not afraid to eat one to give one. Reeves has always been afraid to eat one, and he found out why. He's been so good for so long at getting people's grab hand off and not allowing them to have any stability to throw hard punches, and then he throws helmet punches. That's always been his MO, in my opinion. Always been his MO. Jesse says, I have faith in Adam Klapka, even though he sucks. I love tall players for some reason. I don't have faith in him at all. I don't. Knuckle Barber, I wonder if he thinks my 13-year-old son who plays hockey is disrespectful. Amen. Probably not. Not as good as Reeves versus Olivier last night. No, Reeves should join the WWE. I'd paid good money for that. Sending good love, Silver. Had another mission in mind. I could see it immediately as I had someone to do that with me yesterday. Okay, we're going to get into this Revo fight. The boys been asking. I've been waiting for people to come on, so we got enough people on the stream now. Let's get into it. So I found this an interesting tidbit, is that Revo was asked on Spit and Chicklets, I believe, or some podcast, who did he think he wanted to have his last fight against? And he said Olivier. So that was pretty cool. I like that answer from him. Sounded like he wanted to go out on a shield. So, Matthew went and asked him because his team was flat, and that's what Revo shared after the game. And I'll get into how Revo acted the game after this. But here we go. So we got the flat Columbus Blue Jackets playing against the San Jose Sharks. And Matthew asks Revo for one. He hasn't fought since his injury. I don't know. Maybe he did when he fought McDermott and it ended quickly. But I was very surprised to see Revo traded. But it was almost like, is Reeves retiring or something? I believe he is, Owen. I believe he is. He's maybe saying, like he said in this game, we're going to get him the next time, which I hope this is the first time they played this season, so Revo gets another shot at them when they play in Columbus. But I don't think Revo is going to play after this year. I don't think he'll get a contract after this year. When he gets to 1,000 games, I don't see Revo get another contract. I think he got it to go do his job in San Jose here, and I don't think he's going to get another shot or want to. I mean, he's not very effective, right? Like, he's not doing anything. He's at 948 games, so he needs... Oh, can he even get it then? Wait, yeah, he can. Yeah, 948. Okay. Yeah, 78's 30. 30... 33. 34. And they're at game what in the season? Yeah, he should be able to get that then. That's why he's playing, I think. The team has played 42, and he's played 36. Well, he's going to be in every game, so you think that's probably going to happen. But I would imagine he retires after that. I think so, yeah. Sounded Limo Reeves owned him for one of their last... Sounds like Revo owned him one of their last matchups. I don't think he did. No, Olivier won the previous fight, too. Olivier's won his last 21 fights on hockeyfights.com. Not that people know what they're doing, but it's a decent barometer. Unfortunate, but the Reeves and Evander Kane beef was legendary. Oh my God, I wish they would have fought. Because I don't think they ever did, right? Okay, let's get into the fight. Let's see what guy, just check the messages before. You know what? Jacki versus Lomberg. Is that maybe happening tonight? Jesse, did you hear about Biz talking about boxing Reeves after he retires? Even though it probably won't happen, to be awesome. Reeves would dominate. Oh, Reeves would kill Revo. Reeves would kill Biz.
Rocket Amarista.
Okay, here we go.
One of only two defensemen in the NHL who are also...
Square up. Here we go. I'm going to go slow-mo. I'm going slow-mo. I want to see which punches really land. Nice long square up. Boys getting it going. Center ice. Man, Olivier just leans forward. He just looks scary holding his hands up like that. Revo's got hands down. Revo shows Matthew so much respect. My goodness, he never showed me that respect. And I'll get into that more after the fight. So we got the square up. We got fakes going on. Feints and fakes. Revo's being careful. Revo really didn't do his normal tactics of getting Olivier's grab hand off. I don't know why. It's like he really wanted to turn back the clock and really test himself one more time. And Olivier came in with the throws right away. Reeves answered. And Olivier starts chucking. But Revo really looked like he didn't do his arm move. He didn't try to get it off. He was like turning back the clock saying, I'm going to chuck like I'm young. And he's already got his helmet off. And Olivier's like, hey, I got his helmet off, so let's go. Revo's actually trying to fight this time. He's not trying to get me loose. Olivier's not trying to get his grab hand off. But he's throwing. See how Olivier's throwing? He nailed Reeves there in the chin. But every time he punches, he's rolling with it. He's punching. And he's rolling with the punch. And he's not allowing Reeves' punches to land. He's letting them glance off. And he hits him again there. Reeves just gets him in the helmet. Another land by Olivier there. Another land by Olivier in the temple. And again, look where those punches are going for Revo. Right on the visor. Lands another one. Lands another one. And lands... See, somebody said that was the elbow on the way back that ended it, but it was this one, I think. It was the temple punch right there. That's the one that did it. And he's kind of lost right now. And that one glances the top of his head. So maybe that he was almost like 75% out. And then that last punch hit him in the top of the head. So this one puts him really in trouble. And then that one glances the top of his head. And he's already kind of out there. And then Olivier pulls his hand back and it kind of hits him in the face lightly. But then he's not there anymore. He's Bambi-legged TKO. And the way his body's not stiffened up fully, but he's awake now. So that's why I think it was more of like a TKO. But it kind of was a mix between a TKO and a KO because he had the Bambi legs after. But Olivier checking on him. Revo has a little slip here. Or did I miss it? Tries to get up. Oh, yeah. There's the loss of balance. Whoopsie daisy. Never been like that in his career, he said. And he's like, look, he puts his hands up. Like, no, let me get up. Don't help me up. Don't help me up. He wants to not have to deal with this. A little wobbly get up, though. He doesn't want any help getting off the ice. He wants to say this never happened in his career, but it's too late now, brother. It's too late now. Here's the ones. Head up by Olivier all the time. Right in the ear. Hit him right in the ear. When you don't see it coming, you get hit in the ear. This is how I got put down one time. I got put down by Mike Liambis because I looked away for a minute and he hit me in the ear. And my knees went Bambi's and I woke up and what happened? Right in the ear. Ear is a tough one to eat. It throws off your balance big time. Right in the ear. Back of the ear. So that one, see, it's harder to tell in different angles. That was really the one that put him out. And just pulling his hand back just kind of hit his face lightly. But he was already out from that one. So that is a KO for sure then. He was out there. Out. Damn. Evanson's just going like, this guy's a fucking animal. This should absolutely convince everyone of who the real deal is. So then we get into Revo after the game. Very, tail between his legs, of course, as he should be, was very much complimentary of Olivier, even in the box when they were talking after. I think there was a clip somewhere on X where they got the audio of them talking in the box. Revo, Olivier box.
Here's Ryan Reeves in the box, along with Matthew Olivier. And it's always these guys. Look at the smiles going back and forth.
I can't see what he's saying, but Olivier said, "What's that?" And then he's smiling.
I mean, that's respect for each other because they both obviously do what they do and they have that element to their game. But
Yeah, well, there wasn't any respect between me and Revo, that's for sure. Revo was just dunking on me. You don't see Olivier dunking on him. Obviously, it wasn't that type of fight, but all I did was try to ask Revo. And he's saying, you know, you got to give guys one of those, you know, when a tough guy asks you to fight, and then you say, you know, if he comes to me when I need it, and I don't give him one, then he won't give me one. It's like, I did that with Revo multiple times, and he wouldn't give me one. And then I had to hit people more, and then he was like, oh, now I'm worth it. So it comes down to respect. So he can't say that he's always been like that, and he's about the code. Revo's not always about the code. That's fucking bullshit. So I think he's just, you know, makes sense for him to tuck his tail and be honest. So I don't really agree with it, but he's saying all the right things, but he didn't do it with guys that he didn't respect. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I never looked at someone and said, you are not worth my time. You are below me. You suck. Anything like that. Never. But I can tell you right now, Revo did. But maybe that comes with being, you know, a better hockey player or like a cooler guy. I don't know. So that's the breakdown there. What do we got in the kick stream here? Reeves and Kane fought in the playoffs one year. Okay, maybe I forgot about that. Maybe I have to watch that one. Actually, he won his last 22. He won a preseason fight before that too. Also, Reeves fought Kane. Okay, so we're going to have to watch that. Jaden, do you think the fact that Olivier wears a visor is a big advantage for him? It's not huge as much as people think. It helped him in that one for sure, but it was more so that Revo's helmet came off because that's what allowed him to get hit in the ear and the head. Punches the ear so painful, hurts for days. Do you think if you dropped Reeves in your first fight, he would have respected you in the second one? Oh, for sure. I mean, of course he would have. But you guys are going to see why I couldn't even go watch my first fight with Revo again, and you got to be curious why I didn't throw a single right hand. It's the only fight in my career I never threw a right hand, so maybe there's something more to that story that'll be in my book. If you know what I mean. Cheese Hits says, if he retires, we'll be one of the last fighters with no visor. Amen, he will be. Brittany, what's going on, Brittany? How are you? She says, hi, that was a good-ass fight. You're damn straight it was. If you were, user one, if you were playing today, would you play pump-up music or calming music? That's a great question. If I was playing today with my mindset, if say the hypothetical is where I'm at with my healing path and you put me in hockey and said, hey, you got to do this fighting role. I would have been like doing it as like politely as like George Laraque, giving guys good luck before. I don't know if I could have done it. I don't know if I could have done it. I'd like to think I wouldn't have done it. I think I would have just walked off the ice. I got to be honest. To be completely honest, if you put me in that situation and you say you're in the NHL and you got to fight now, I think I just walk off the ice, people. Why am I going to fight? Why? I was only fighting for what I thought would make me happy. Why would I do that again? Why the fuck do I don't want to do that. No human likes violence. Deep down, they don't. Every human's just a big ball of energy of love. You only fight because you think you need to. So, yeah, I don't think I would have played any music or anything, or I wouldn't have been at the game. Before I knew you, who you were, or what you were like, I saw you showboat after losing to Reeves in your first fight and cringed. LOL. Amen, brother. And I totally get why. If I was watching that fight, I'd cringe too. But if you know the context, and if you read my book and know where I was at in my life and trying to get to the NHL, like that was a big moment for me to be like, wow, I can eat the punches from the best guys and not be scared, even in adverse circumstances that nobody else in this arena knows. My teammates barely even knew. The trainers are the only people that really knew what I was going through in that game. So that's where that energy came from, and you'll see that in the book. Cody, I feel like it's so hard to fight and be nice at the same time. I don't know how Laraque did it. Well, I know how Laraque did it. He talked about it in his articles that he was in. He imagined the other guy's face after he said good luck and, you know, wish you nothing but the best. He imagined the guy's face as his dad's face who beat the shit out of him. That's what he did. That's how he got himself fired up to do it. It's just straight up. If you do the work on yourself, you start to realize pretty quick why you were fighting life and why we were literally fighting people on the ice. Every one of us has our fight. It's just a matter of, does it look like a fight or is it disguised in something else? Mine just so happened to be a literal fight on the ice. Chucko Mucko, what a handle that is. That Brian Jenkins, what's going on, guys? They didn't hold up. I need to go to YouTube. Maybe they did. Yeah, we're talking about Reeves and Kaner. I gotta watch that. No, I meant Revo gave. Whoa! New subscriber. Scared the shit out of me. Whoa! Stefan Fournier joined for a little bit. Stefan Fournier joined for a little bit. That's awesome. Candace as well. Gooby Customs. That's awesome. Owen, they did fight. It was the 2019 playoffs. Reeves beat his ass. Right, okay. I'm just misremembering. Frank says, yes, the temple shot definitely put him out. Olivier held him up, or he would have been punched out much harder, I think. Amen. Corey, is there anyone you didn't get to fight that you wish you did? Not because of issues on the ice, just to see who's better fighter. I would have liked to fight Tom Wilson, actually. Not have him jump me when I'm at the end of a 2-minute shift in the OHL. So, yeah, Wilson for sure. Frank, I lost respect for Rio after that. Didn't know he was that way. He's a little bit of a dick on the ice, let me tell you. Damon Hunt, namaste. The NHLer on the IR has tuned back in. What's happening, pal? Some crazy shit going down out where you're living right now in Minnesota. You gonna go wander around with that injury and take in the riots or what? Cody, I feel like it's so hard. Oh no, you already said that. I already answered that. Okay, well, I gotta refresh myself on the Revo. Who's our new subscriber, by the way? Let us know. Would love to know. I gotta refresh my mind on the Kaner one. I think I'm remembering it now. Just go to YouTube. YouTube it. Reeves versus Kane.
Great ideas can come from
Damon Hunt. He's loving that. How crazy is that, Damon? Have you seen Huntsy? What happened? What do you think on watching that video? We were talking about it a lot earlier. I need you coming in, watch the video of what happened at that ice shooting with that woman, and tell us what you think. Hunt, you mean at the outdoor game in Hastings? Okay. Yeah, Kane and him going at it. Kane's swinging him though. I wouldn't say Reeves beat his ass. He definitely won the fight, but he definitely was swinging back. I'll give him credit for that. You love to see a fight when it was like real animosity. You don't see Reeves in many fights like that. Brittany says, when can we buy our hoodie? Haha, namaste, Brittany. Thank you so much for asking. When there's enough demand, when we got enough people that want these things, we'll do a drop. We'll do a merch drop or something for everybody who wants to rock them. They're expensive as hell though, man. Like $84 to make this at cost. Crazy. Crazy. So we're gonna have to figure that all out. Hunt, oh yes, you asked him about the game. Good fight, even though I hated Kane. Yep. No. He's got to be the most hated actual person in the league. Like people hate Cousins because he's a rat, and they hate Marchand, but whatever. Like people actually dislike Evander Kane, unfortunately, and it's definitely warranted. It's definitely warranted. Not gonna lie. Yeah. It's warranted. Fortunately. Unfortunately. Hansi, let us know what you thought about that video though, pal. You're out there in that place. Well, you pay for what you get, so that's fine. Amen. Amen, Brittany. Well, I'm thinking about debating that. My whole platform, I want it to be pay what you can, so I'll debate making the sweaters just for cost so that I don't, make any money on them per se, but the money would just go towards all this. So anyway, I have to figure all that stuff. I'm going to have to start making content about this soon and putting it out there. I want my whole platform to be as much pay what you can. The only things that won't be pay what you can, where you can join for free if you would like, My public speaking to corporations, I will charge them money as much as I can to fund all my other stuff. And then what else? I'll do a course targeted at like, you know, more well-off hockey families that, you know, for kids playing from Peace, not for Peace, but I'll adapt it later for everyone else. But I got to find a way to generate money to run this thing and make everything else pay what you can. I got to debate whether to make the book just for cost. There's all these things I got to figure out. Remember that photo shoot where he was nude? What a weird time. Oh yeah, the Insider, whatever it's called, Sports Illustrated nude edition or whatever. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I don't hate it. I don't hate that they did that. Damon, politics, but seemed like she didn't deserve that. I mean, amen, brother. There's no way she was about to run over that guy. She was just trying to get the frick away from literally unconstitutional ICE agents. I'm not a hoodie guy, but that would totally rock that on a hat. Hey, okay, get it on a hat. Actually, the company I made this with, Printful, I don't think I could put. It's too intricate to go on a hat. So, you're not a hoodie guy though. I've never heard somebody say they're not a hoodie guy. What are you instead? You just don't like having a hood around your neck or whatever or something? What's the no hoodie guy thing? I've never heard someone say they're not a hoodie guy. I'm fascinated. Gotcha. Okay, well, stay tuned and be here waiting. Well, I appreciate you, Brittany. So kind of you, fellow wave. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are you Huntsy's maybe peacing out, or are you just saying peace and love? But yeah, let's go check in on what's happening out there. Oh, Jaden, what NHL player / fighter do you believe would make the best UFC MMA fighter? Seen this question asked a few times, and interesting to see what guys think. What NHL player do you believe would make the best UFC fighter? I mean, you got to think Revo would be up there. Absolute specimen. What about Nathan McKinnon? I feel like Nathan McKinnon would be like a George St. Pierre. Like, he's got some junkyard dog in him. He fights people. He gets angry. He's like just a ball of muscle, so powerful. He'd be like a GSP. Like, he's super skilled in hockey. Maybe he'd be super skilled in fighting. Who else is jumping to my mind? I mean, you gotta think Tom Wilson. I'm thinking guys that are just specimen athletes that are really good at what they do. That have a little bit of the gritty mentality. Like McKinnon has it more. You know, Crosby does it when he has to, but not really. McKinnon has more of a fuck you mentality. He reverse hits people. Who do you think, Jaden? I like the Nate McKinnon pick. Dude would be an absolute truck. Yeah, I think so. He's got the good. Yeah, that would make sense to me. Who else? Let's go people who wouldn't make good UFC fighters, like Quinn Hughes, or like just so calm and cool and like too just docile maybe. But that may make them a good fighter. Who knows? Maybe cerebral tactician. Mackenzie Blackwood. Mackenzie Blackwood would be a great UFC fighter. That guy's got screws loose. He's super talented, and he's freaking enormous. He'd be a heavyweight, no doubt about it. Massive, like 250, 6'4", heavyweight. Olivier's a trained boxer, I believe. Oh, is he? The Biloxi Bulls actually a boxer? Okay. I thought just Milan Lucic was. Willie Nylander would be a terrible one. Amen. That would be a terrible one. Owen says, flannel with a hoodie is the way to go. I also never wear a coat. Hockey jersey all the time. Corey Katina, you never wear a coat? You just wear a hockey jersey all the time? What? Yeah, what jersey? Whoa, we're learning something about Corey Katina tonight. This is interesting. The hell? Guy lives in Minnesota, never wears a coat or a hoodie, just a hockey jersey all the time. That is you got your own style going there, brother. Well, I'll get you a crew neck. I got these without hoodies, crew necks. Did Mackenzie Blackwood play in the NHL? I have Phantom season tickets, and the name sounds really familiar. He did. And I played with him in Binghamton, so that's where you would have seen him. He was on the Binghamton Devils. Me and Mackenzie almost got in a fight in the locker room before. He's such a psycho. Jaden, that question will be answered in my book, brother. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Carl Nate, how did you enjoy playing for the Sharks? I mean, honestly, wait, you have them as a crew neck, says Brittany? Yes, I do. I got t-shirts. I got all sorts of stuff. I just don't wear it. I'm just always wearing this one. Actually, what am I talking about? I have the crew neck on underneath. I have the layers on. I forgot. See, I got the little personal logo here. Yeah. Not this one. I got this logo's on the back of the crew neck, not the front. But how did you enjoy playing for the Sharks? I love playing for the Sharks. It just was in COVID, so didn't get the whole experience of the Shark Tank being full and all that. Didn't get the real experience going out too much. But I lived in Sunnyvale, California. It was so beautiful. It was like a weird waking up in the same sunny dream every day going to the rink. I rented a shitty Corolla just because I was there for 4 months. I found like this most sketchy way to rent a shitty Corolla. Did that. Or no, it wasn't a Corolla. It wasn't a Corolla. It was a Camry. It was a Camry. But yeah. What did I always get there? I was eating a lot of Lebanese food back then. I had this great place in San Jose. I loved getting Lebanese from it. I was taking on the plane. Guys thought I was hilarious. But yeah, no, I loved my time there. Fans were awesome to me. Security guards, people who worked at the rink. I loved it. I loved it, man. Fans were freaking awesome. Just like in Jersey, just wasn't there as long. I have your jersey. I wish I could have it signed. You're my favorite. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Corey says, I'll buy a t-shirt right now. Well, we need the answer on what kind of jersey you wore, brother. We need to know what kind of jersey, a hockey jersey you're wearing all the time. We got to know. I may be wrong, but I believe in the interview Scott did with Olivia, he said his dad signed him up for lessons as a young kid and it stuck with him for a while. Okay, there you go. That would be good info right there. Sounds correct. Jaden, I know it's your brand, but what does Collective Memoria mean? Just curious. Thank you for the question, Jaden. I appreciate you. Collective Memoria, what do you think it means? First of most, take a stab at it before I tell you. What do you think? Carl Nate, we got Los Gatos before a game one time. Seemed like a great place for the Shark Tank. We got to Los Gatos before for a game. Oh, nice. Yeah, Shark Tank seems like a wicked place. Daniel Winton, 24. Namaste, brother, out there in Newcastle. How's it hanging, brother? How's the new year treating you? Sarah says, would you consider making those track suits for guys? Would you consider making those track suits for guys? Which track suits? What track suits you talk about? I don't have a track suit. You just talking about my merch? Corey says, I got like 6 I rotate through. Oh, wow. Which jerseys, man? You got to give us some more intel. This is very unique. We want to know. We want to know. We want to know. But Jaden, yeah. Jaden, let me know what you think this means. Collective Memoria. I feel like I've talked about it before with you on a stream, but maybe not. Slavoy, who was the toughest guy you fought in the NHL? I don't know. It's subjective, right? Like you would probably have a different answer than me, but I fought Revo, I fought McElrath. Michael Furlan was really tough in my opinion. I mean, I didn't fight that many times. Oh, probably Anthony Peluso. I would say Anthony Peluso is probably him and McElrath are probably the toughest guys. I think they're tougher than Revo. So yeah, I'd go Anthony Peluso as the toughest guy. Hockey sweaters all the time. Frank loves it. Sarah, zippy up ones with the neck covery vibe. Feel like those were popular. Yeah, with your merch, I would love to put logo on tracksuits and sell them. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I would love to make this into a tracksuit. Absolutely. I just, they didn't have those options with the company I did it with Printful. So, I mean, I'm open to everything. Namaste, says Daniel. Namaste, brother. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. New Year treating me well. What about you? Yes, sir. Just going through some more shedding on the spiritual path for sure. More letting go of things. So it's all happening for me. It's all good pain. It's all good pain to let go of and just watch and be aware of as I am in meditation. So it's been great, man. Glad to hear yours has been good. Corey Katrina says his jerseys, a Fayetteville Marksman SPHL, a home and away from my team in Australia, the Solid Green Wild, Burns, the Winter Classic Wild, and Bork Avs. Wow, this guy gets it, says Owen. Owen likes it. Owen's about the jerseys. Wow. Jaden, would love to give a good stab at it, but not really sure. I'm assuming maybe something about meditation and free-minded or something like that, the lifestyle you live. Not sure, though. Okay, appreciate you taking a stab at it, Jaden. So Collective, we obviously know what collective is. It's like another word for community, a collective, a group of people, a group of, fellow souls, fellow waves. But memoria, just like it sounds, pretty close to the word memory. It's Latin for memory or remembrance. I really like to lean on that word more, remembrance. So I could have called it collective remembrance. I thought that was a little long. I guess I could have called it collective remembrance, but I like collective memoria sounded great to me. It had this little mystique to it almost. So it just means collective remembrance, and that's what we're here to do, in my belief. And you're a Christian, so you have your own views on that. But for me, it's about remembering who we really are, which is what I believe Jesus Christ came here to truly teach us. The Gnostic Gospels, Book of Enoch, Book of Thomas, Book of Philip, all those things. So, yeah, that's the answer to all we're looking for, people. Doesn't matter what answer or problem you think you have. The answer is to remember who you really are. So that's why it's the name and the main focus, and why my life has changed around. I'm open to everything, Sarah. I'm always willing to listen about anything. But yeah, I would love to have a tracksuit. Burns jersey is an excellent pull. Very nice. Okay, Quick says, I only have 5 hockey jerseys. Eric Goddard, Sound Tiger jersey. Damn. Alexander McGillney Devils and Christoph Oliva Devils and 2 others I can't remember. Damn, those are some good jerseys right there, Frank. Good ones. Daniel says, looking forward to the Tampa versus Boston outdoor game. Crazy how they'll do that with the Heat. I'll probably be working, but we'll catch highlights in the morning when they likely play. Glad you're well. Thank you, brother. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I'll probably have to play it indoors, right? Sarah has the fire emojis coming out. Appreciate that. The fire, that's for what I said about the Memoria or the tracksuits or something. Jaden says, makes sense, man. It does sound good. I don't think I've asked before. I wasn't sure what Memoria meant. All good, brother. All good. Me and my brother came up with it. Originally, I was going to call this my collective Awakened Pack Co. Awakened Pack Collective, but I felt like not everybody's thing's wolves. It is my, it's my kind of symbol and my thing, but it's not everybody's. So I wanted to make it more open-ended. Like it's kind of my logo that I generated for myself, but it has the collective Memoria, So eventually it can transition and just be collective Memoria, and I'll remove this part, but it can be this for now because it's, built around my story for now. Ank310. I love collecting Enforcers jerseys, specifically Flyers and Phantoms, though. Ooh, so you probably have a ton of those ones, brother. You probably have a ton of good jerseys, don't you? Oh, that's Ank310 is Angela. My bad, Angela. Sorry, fellow soul. Collective Memoria meaning, yes. Oh, appreciate you. Okay, Helena, boy, hi. What pronouns do you use? I use he, him as an ego in a human body, but what I really like to use is that right there. See that I behind me? That's my real pronoun. That's my real pronoun, and that's everybody's real pronoun. That's the true pronoun. That's the only possible pronoun there could be. But as a human ego, I use he, him. Yes. How about yourself, Helena? How about yourself? That's great. What are your pronouns, Helena? Daniel Winton, know you probably answered this a million times tonight already, but what's your views on Livia versus Riva fight? Unreal, in my opinion. Absolutely, brother. We broke it down, and it was just awesome to see Revo trade. It was awesome to see Revo really, really try to fight. And unfortunately, if he really tries to fight, he's going to get exposed to real types of fights, which get you put down. So I'm not sitting here saying I always traded with people. I certainly didn't, but I did more often than Revo did, in my opinion. Deck Cammy, namaste, Deck Cammy. How's it hanging, brother? How's life? How's the meditation journey? How you doing today, pal? Love to see you joining. No worries that you're late. All good, brother. Just happy to have you here at all. Corey Katina, what's your favorite piece of memorabilia? Sorry, what's your favorite piece of memorabilia from when you played? Honestly, it might be from minor hockey, man. Like this jersey right here. Look at this jersey. You guys like jerseys? This is about as one of a kind as it gets. Look at this. Newmarket Redmond. I don't know why it was 10 back then. Probably somebody took 20. But look at the referee stripes on it. I thought this was so cool. Our coach actually got in big trouble, and he got like suspended or something for this because we weren't allowed to have these on our jerseys. We thought it was cool. I don't know. It was different. This is probably my favorite jersey ever. So, because we went down and played in a Pittsburgh tournament. I scored the game winner in the final game of the tournament. being the only Canadian team down there. Of course, we had to come back with the dub. So that's probably my favorite piece of memorabilia right there. I don't think I'd ever part with that one. It would have to be a wild reason or a ton of money to go to charity or something to part with that one. That's why it's right there. Right in the front of my setup. Jaden says, did you see Utah is to host the 2027 Winter Classic? My dream matchup would be Toronto, Montreal, and Rogers Center under CN Tower, but with Bettman in charge, I don't think he'll have it. Why wouldn't Bettman want Toronto and Montreal underneath the CN Tower? What makes you think that? I don't get it. Brittany, do you still have all your jerseys? I don't. I only have the ones that the teams would give you. At the end of the season, they'd kind of send you home with a couple here and there. Like, for whatever reason, New Jersey sent us home with this one, the green throwback whatever one. So I don't have all the jerseys, no, but got some good ones. Let's see here. Oh, and yes, they're expensive for the real ones. I know the knockoff from trying to look good and they're way cheaper. Corey, I would have killer for his Pride skates. I would have killed for his Pride skates. Oh, that'd be awesome. I'm still wearing those things, people. I'm still wearing my last set of Pride skates. They're beat to hell. Beat to hell, but it's all I got. Okay, quick. I have a Blackhawks Griswold jersey too. Griswold, whoa. That's an awesome jersey. Thanks so much. Oh, that's an awesome jersey. Real unique. I know. I do think it's super unique, eh? Jaden says, there used to be a high school in my area with the hockey team named Redmond. It was a very old and traditional team with that name, and they had to change it recently due to complaints about being offensive. Yep. That team got changed too. So my hometown Newmarket Redmonds, now the Newmarket Renegades. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. And okay, yeah, after you said charity, I figured most went to those. Yes. I have a Rockford one if you want it back. No, all good. All good for you, Brittany. Appreciate you having that. Thank you so much for the support. You're such a big fan. I freaking love my Rockford. Everywhere I went, I met such amazing people and have such amazing support. Thank you so much. User, how many skates and gloves do you go through in a season? They let you keep the helmets? Well, I got that jersey helmet. See here. How many skates and gloves sold you went through in a season? I only ever at most went through like one pair of skates coming into the season, and then I'd get new ones halfway through the year and new pair going out. That was at most I think I ever got. I was didn't get that kind of treatment. Gloves, same thing. Same thing. Didn't really want new gloves though. Wanted new skates more than I wanted new gloves. Yeah, good. I can't give it back. Yeah, no, all good. You're all good there. Daniel, what's your opinion on Lucic and David Booth coming to Fife Pal? I love it. Why not? Why not? David Booth clearly loves the game more than most guys, just wants to keep playing and having fun. Lucic wants to go out on his shield, go out on a high note, not after the the shit he dealt with off ice, so going back to the Bruins. So I think it's awesome, and he's starting to score a bit. Hopefully he can turn that team around. Griswold is from the movie Christmas Vacation, not a real player. Yes, sorry, I should have mentioned that. I did know that. Chevy Chase. Okay, quick. I don't know why clubs don't let guys keep their jerseys. Some guys would get pissed when I couldn't let them keep stuff. Yeah, I don't get why either, but it probably comes down to money. Just changing the jersey, right? Just changing the jersey and putting somebody else's name on it. Let's see how shit's going down in the world. Is shit gone to shit yet in Minnesota? Did you see Cale Fleury stretch it off last night in Drysdale too? It was a dirty hit from Ross Johnson. Very dirty from Ross. Didn't do enough to try to get out of the way for me to not think it wasn't legit. Totally makes sense to me. That was wrong. Booth is still such an amazing shape. Yeah, that's the only way you're playing at that age. That's for sure. Ank310. I think Lehigh Valley Phantoms owners are greedy. They sell every damn jersey and have multiple sets anymore. Most of the specialty jerseys are only worn for warm-ups and sublimated now. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they're freaking like that. I think, aren't they like part with the Flyers enough? Like they have so much money. They have so much money. There's got to be not a problem. Flyers organization, they were loaded. They treated us like kings. Man, I love Lord of the Rings. Freaking love Lord of the Rings. Go watch that shit all day. Rick Talkett says, when Crosby gets breaks, he always wants to stay in cold weather.
And I felt that.
Have your guys call the O-Dog on his old Cancun routine back in 98, 02, right on?
Talk. I used to tell these guys, I'd go to Cancun, and I didn't
Okay, Brittany, have a great night. Namaste, fellow soul.
do anything. And I came back, and I felt amazing. I felt the best I've ever felt. I felt refreshed, and obviously you got to get a couple workouts in when you get back. But with the whole time, 10 days Cancun, nothing. I'd never felt better when I came back.
you have to have a lot of talent to be able to do that. I could listen. I used to have my fun, but I could never do that. The way I skated, man, if I took 10 days off, oh my God, I'd be out. I'd be out of the league.
That's the same way as me, people. I never took time off.
But
I couldn't.
Yeah, the guys nowadays, you know, it's a guy like Sidney Crosby. I don't know if he still does it. Well, obviously he's going to the Olympics. But when he has a break at the All-Star games, well, he's always in it. But when he gets breaks, he always wants to stay in cold weather. He finds it's better for him when he comes back. He never liked going to the beach and stuff like that. So to me, guys are different.
That's interesting. Thought it would have been just for hockey reasons, but just, he just felt better. Jack guy laying people out. Oh, we got more fighting tips at the end of practice. Jaden Struble. Yesterday, Jaden Struble and Jack guy fighting practice. Let's get this on the kick stream so you guys can see. Oh, frick. Pulled it up on the wrong one. Copy and paste. So what's Jack guy showing Struble here? What are they practicing on? Jack guy's grabbing on the inside shoulder. I wonder why. Struble's like, yeah, why are you grabbing the inside shoulder? He's grabbing outside shoulder, locking it out. Are they going to practice the arm move here? Looks like he's going to do it, maybe. No. Oh, he just went in tighter. Jack guy's hands are freaking huge. Okay, he did the arm to the noogies. Jack guy should do that way more. He's so strong. He should do that one there. Get the arm in like that. He's so strong. He should be doing that move all the time. He's so big and strong. That's what he should be doing all the time. I couldn't do that. I wasn't strong enough to do that. That's what Lucic did. You got to be strong to break that off. Struble must be a good defenseman if he's in the NHL. Thought he was just more of a fighter guy, but he must be pretty good. Oh, now they're really going at it. Oh, there's the arm move. See the arm move from Arbor there? There, he did it. Chucked it right off. Yep. Sure did. Okay, Tark Oskari. Did he still stick around? No, he asked the question and left. What made you get into spirituality before or after your career? Oh, he left, so I guess he's not getting the answer. But it was near the end of my career, that's for sure. Daniel, Dallas versus Washington getting a bit feisty. Oh, okay. Oh, Dan, want to see that. Yeah. Well, you got to get on the kick stream, brother, to see that. But Washington and Dallas getting feisty. I like to hear that. That sounds like two teams getting feisty. I'd love to see a Tom Wilson, Jamie Benn fight, but I think Tom's not playing. Strubal's trending in Canada too? Man, they're trending that much? Pretty cool when you play for a frickin' hockey team in the NHL where your practice fight gets 137 views. Wow. That's a lot of views for practice fight. Shows how big the frickin' Montreal Canadiens are. Duhaime fought against Labushkin. Okay, that's a typical. That's what I would expect those two guys to be fighting. Sure, Duhaime's answering for a big hit. Labushkin probably wouldn't go after him. Big boy spotted in Alberta. That's a big moose. Can you imagine a moose just walking around your neighborhood? Holy frick, those things are dangerous. Aww. Aww, look at this mama doggy hugging her puppy. That's so cute. Very cute. Watch this aerial video shows thousands of protesters and community members with candles gathered in Minnesota at the site where the 37-year-old Renee Good was killed. Thousands are chanting "fuck guys," calling for justice. Accountability's protests continue to grow across the area while saying "fight back." Damn. Go Caps is Corey. Daniel Winton, I'm Tampa, Corey, but Washington losing right now. Hope they bring it back for you, bud. The boys getting after it. I'm definitely I don't know. I like both. I like Tampa and Washington. I love both of them. But I thought it was Tampa. I thought it was Washington and Dallas they're playing. Peyton Krebs and Owen Power fighting in practice. Of course, Owen's not taking his gloves off. Come on, Owen. Hey, they're having fun though. That's good. Time for bed says okay quick. So early for morning meditation. Going to watch some of the games. I'm really hoping Minnesota stays peaceful. Sending good vibes out to the universe. Namaste, Frank. Have a great night, brother. Have a great peaceful night. Thanks for joining, pal. Good to see you. Daniel Winton, Curtis, who do you prefer on Tampa Bay's roster, Curtis Douglas or Scott Sabourin? Ooh, that's a tough question, bro. In the short term, I like Scott Sabourin. In the long term, I like Curtis Douglas, but right now, I would much prefer Scott Sabourin in the lineup. Yes, yes, yes. I gotta go with him. I gotta go with him. Hey stud, what's up, Brock? Coming in for the last little bit of the stream, buddy. Let's focus in on you. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Let us know, pal. Let us know. He's getting points. Sabrin, hope to see him back soon. He brings that toughness that we need. Florida don't fight him, but they just turtle high. No. Sabrin is way scary to play against, I believe. Way scarier. Let us know, Brock. How's it hanging, brother? What's going on? Oh, those X-Men are coming back for Avengers Doomsday. Let's go. I'm doing great mentally. Still dealing with the situation, but sticks on the ice, brother. I love it, brother. I love it. Weren't you supposed to let us know about how the meeting with the, what's it called, went? The lawyers? But I'm so happy to hear you're doing well mentally. What do you think's owing to you doing better mentally? You're obviously not in your room drinking or anything, eh? Like what's going on? What's making you feel better mentally? Daniel says, I hate Florida so much. They're so dirty and ratty. Not gonna lie. I hope you're good, Brock. I don't hate Florida. I don't think they're ratty at all, to be honest. They just don't have Jonah Gadjevich. AJ Greer's just got to do some more fighting. Oh shit, that's pretty scary looking. That's a scary looking beast. Damn. Devils need toughest quickly. Terribly soft season and too many injuries. Yeah, well, Zach McEwen's been hurt, right? They traded away McDermott. It's Sheldon Keefe wants his team to be skilled and all this stuff, but he also wants them to be tough, but he doesn't have anybody tough. It's like, what do you want? You only got Brendan Dillon, and he hasn't been scaring anybody this year. Why did the Devils suck? Thanks, Dano. Devils suck because I just don't think they have a lot of moxie. They don't have a lot of moxie, and they clearly aren't playing for Sheldon Keefe, who I don't think is a great coach. I don't think he motivates anybody. He's not my guy. He's not my guy. Meeting was postponed, but doubled my ice time and weed. Haha. Okay. So you scratched the booze, doubled the ice time on the ice to get tired, and topping into the weed. So that's what you've been doing. Got me back ready to take on the world. Wow. Okay, brother. I mean, fuck. Whatever works, brother. Better than locking yourself in your room with booze. Amen. Should the Devils fire Fitzy? I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's done everything he can, but maybe that means you do got to fire him. I think he's tried. I think he's put the pieces in you thought would make sense. Jesse's over here in the chat now. Oh, is that because I forgot about you on Kick? Is that because I forgot about the Kick chat? I believe the Winter Classic has been held in the USA for years now. Maybe they do a Heritage Classic in Canada, but I don't think Batman would want a Winter Classic in Canada. I just think he prefers the US market personally. Oh, that makes sense because it's more exposure for the US markets. Jaden, I've seen the video of the teams you think can win the Cup this year, but not sure if you said what two teams do you think will meet in the final if you had to pick two. Okay, so if I said Dallas is going to win, so Dallas versus who in the final? I keep wanting Washington to get there, but they always kind of fall off. Last year, they were so bad in the playoffs. That's actually a tough one. Dallas in the final. Who out of the East? I mean, Tampa's just buzzing. I like the way Tampa's been because they have the old guys that know, but they have this influx of young, hungry guys. So that's a tough one to look by. No way the Flyers. No way the Islanders. No way Montreal. No way Detroit. Carolina. Never. I don't know. It's hard not to pick Tampa. Florida, if they get their guys back, who knows what can happen? They just need to get in the playoffs, Florida. It's hard not to pick Tampa because I don't believe in Carolina. Detroit, no. Montreal, no. New York, no. Philly, no. Washington, maybe because Logan Thompson, because some of the toughness, they play a heavy game, but maybe Dallas beats Tampa. Maybe Dallas gets back Tampa because didn't Tampa beat them before in the final? Yeah, I go maybe Dallas and Tampa. Let's go. Brock Visser, everybody. Meditation 5 days in a row. Brother, let's go. Get in the Collective Moria chat and share that, brother. We need that. Let's go. That's amazing. How's that been feeling, brother? Let us know how that's been feeling, please. Let everybody know how that's been helping you during this time. Stop picking Dallas, Corey. Sorry, brother. I got to pick them. Northfire 27, welcome in. I don't think we've seen you here before on the stream. How's it going? And Hannah Nugan, what's going on? How's it hanging, people? I've seen the video. Oh, yeah, I already answered that one. More clear and level-headed. Amen, brother. That's just the beginning. You're not going to see a ton of results early on, but if you feel anything, that's great, but it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, pal. Whoa! New subscriber. Couple new subscribers tonight, people. Let's go. Namaste. Thank you very much. Who is that out there? Let us know who is that out there in the Kickland. Daniel, I need to start meditating soon, brother. I'm sure it'll just help. Just hard with work and so many plans. Brother, brother, I love you, Daniel Winton, and I respect your journey, but I will shoot that down right now. There is always time to meditate, brother. There's no excuse. It's the most important thing you could ever do. So there's many other things you could sub out for that, including scrolling your phone, whatever it is. There's many things. I'm trust you. You can find time for it. Trust me. Even if it's 1 minute. That's why I get people to start with 1 minute. So, but I respect your journey, pal, but I'm just calling you out on that. There's definitely time to meditate. I'd rather see Colorado, and being from Minnesota, that isn't easy to say. I know, but you don't want the old Dallas Stars. I go, you don't want you want anybody but them. I get it, but sorry, bud. Okay, buddy, I'll watch the videos and get to it ASAP, I promise. Hey, do it for you, brother. Don't do it for me. Do it for you, brother. And if you want the guide that I have, it's on my Instagram. If you go to the highlights section, go to the highlights, right? You see all the different ones. One of them says discipline. Click that. Screenshot that first page, okay? Screenshot that first page. Look at Deck Cammy giving the thumbs up. He knows what it's all about. He's seen the freaking benefits. He knows the benefits. This guy's been living it every day. 22 days in a row now, right? Deck Cammy, 22 days? Here's Duhaime and Lyubushkin.
Just prior to the face-off, Duhaime and Lyubushkin.
Yeah, remember, they came together earlier in this
They were
period.
sent off for roughing together early in the second. Duhaime so far has the advantage in this battle. Just in front of Bush.
Yeah, I got a great seat here.
Must be nice to be a middleweight like Duhaime. He never has to fight anybody super tough. He can skate fast. He does his role. It's freaking awesome for him. Are psychedelics safe? Yes, people, they sure are, let me tell you. Okay, pal, on it tomorrow. I'll do it for me, but appreciate you and the fellow souls. Awesome, brother. Thank you so much. Corey, did you have Yo for a coach, or was that before you? I did have Yo. I felt like he was a little too stiff of a coach. I think he had good intentions, but I think he was too rigid and too stiff. I don't think he had enough fun with it. Also, I didn't see that fight, so let me know what you think. How did it start? It sounded like Lyubushkin and Duhaime were just going at it all game, and then they decided to throw down. So usually you don't see Lyubushkin. You don't usually see Lyubushkin squaring off like this, but Lyubushkin's as a winger. Sorry, Lyubushkin's a D-man, but he was lined up as a winger, so maybe he was playing wing tonight, or they just said, fuck it, I want to fight, and they lined up.
Coming up and now.
I love that from Lyubushkin. I didn't expect that from him. He usually doesn't do shit like that. 23 days. Let's go, Deck Cammy. 23 days, people. Meditation journey. Frickin' A. Frickin' A. That's what it's all about, baby. Okay, people, coming up on 6 minutes here. Got any more questions? Let me know. By the way, people, if you're on the Kick stream, look at this. This is a look into what pro hockey meals looked like. This is just way more because it's football style. How do I do this? Share, copy link. This is what it looked like. The only time I ever saw it to this scale was in Chicago pre-draft when they brought us in, and we got to eat whatever we wanted.
8 p.m.
But this is what it's like. These guys are so huge, NFL, right? But this is kind of what it looks like. You have all these options. Almost every option you can think of under the sun. Like regular white pasta, whole wheat pasta, gluten-free pasta, like everything. Everything you think of. Look, they even got vegan pancakes. Wow, look at that. Vegan pancakes, because a lot of guys in the NFL, a lot of big boys are going vegan. Fucking A. Love to see that. I love that they're providing that. That's pretty ballsy for the NFL, but oh yeah, here's the snack section.
This is our fruit bar, which
The snack section was always legendary. Look at all these freaking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches set up they have. 4 types of bread, bagels, peanut butter, jelly, almond butter, milks. It's all the snacks. Then you got the fruit bar. They have Vitamixes there. Are you kidding me? The best blenders. That's so NFL. That's so elite. Build your own waffle station, omelet station. Oh, omelet station was always the hottest place in the NHL. That was the hottest place in the room. Everybody's always at the omelet station. Later in the day, what did they say? Barbecue? Beef burritos, grilled chicken over rice, barbecued fried chicken tenders. Whoa. All the different snacks, hummuses. Now they got pregame meal. Teriyaki salmon, medium well done. See, it's like every type of, you got medium well done steaks, people. Then you can take it to go. More fruit, salad bar, all the drinks. It's just crazy, man. The amount of food probably gets wasted. Probably so much it gets wasted. I met him in Tampa. He's a big guy, so he's more likely quite tough. He's had a few fights in the NHL. Is that, who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about there, Daniel. Duhaime or Corey Cucina, what was your go-to pregame meal? My go-to, I changed later in my career. I started not really giving a shit, Corey, because it didn't fucking matter. Some days I would just be like, whatever, go eat a Chipotle burrito. But early on, when I was hardcore, I loved my first Billet Mama's meals. They were really good. She made egg noodles, chicken, like chunks of chicken, and a rosé sauce. You know, so like a good mix of like a red and a Alfredo sauce. Woo! I really liked that. That was my go-to. I really liked it. But later on, it became cleaner. It became rice and chicken and broccoli. Just super clean, super tight. So much food stuff on the internet these days. Labushkin. Oh, you met Labushkin. Okay, gotcha. Big, strong Russian. Finishes his checks, that's for sure. Alrighty. 2 more minutes, then we're shutting her down. See anybody on? Did I miss anything in kick? Nope. Okay, people, so last stream of the week. Gonna put in more time on my speaking. Got some calls tomorrow with some people. Just chipping away. I got so many things coming, man. Like, we're just trying to make sure I manage my time. The website will be up soon. My speaking offerings. That's the main focus, so I can start making money to fund this thing. Because I'm putting so much money into this thing, people. And then we got to get the school community going, Collective Memorial School Community. We're going to start having those in 1 to 2 weeks, so I'm excited to see what you guys think about those. If you want to join, get used to speaking your story, learning how to communicate better, learn some storytelling, learn more communication. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Then I got to get the podcast going. I got to start promoting the book more. There's a lot of stuff happening, people. A lot of stuff happening, so the extra night's going to help me. And in the future, we'll be streaming most of just these nights anyway. So, Daniel, tell you who was very strong like a Brit shithouse. Mark Giordano. Yes, he was. Mark Giordano was a freak in the gym. He won the Owen Sound Attack most fit guy here. He definitely known to be strong as shit. Corey says, I will not. I have a poke place in Edina. I hit for some rice and fish if I have time. All right, brother. Well, enjoy that if you got time. Anyways, night, brother. Lovely speaking to you. Speak to you soon. Take care. Have a great night, Daniel Winton. Have a great night, everybody who was hanging out this whole time. Deck Cammy, brother. So proud of you. 23 days. Keep at it, brother. Daniel Winton, have a great night. Corey Katina. Chris Rulowich. Didn't talk to you much here, brother, but thanks for tuning in. And we're going to shut it down. Alrighty? Jaden, Jesse, anybody out there in Kickland, have a great night, okay, people? Have a great weekend. And I will see you back here on Sunday. Sunday it is, okay? Namaste. Jordan Tepler, just signing out. You just came out at the last second, brother. We're just heading out now. Have a great night.